Hey folks, hope you're doing good today. Now I've lined us up 4 cool bands to check out today. Super heavy beatdown deathcore. The reason I'm calling it beatdown deathcore is because there's some beatdown purists out there who like to distinguish between the two and say, look, this is deathcore and not beatdown. But as far as I'm concerned, there's a beatdown deathcore and beatdown that really sound very similar. They've got similar kind of riffs, similar kind of guitar tone, same energy to them. And I'm pretty sure if you're into one, you're going to be into the other as well. So we've got 2 of each kind of bands today to check out. The first 2 bands are more beatdown hardcore-y. This is Guerre. They've got a new track for us. This one's called Missing Link. It's featuring Desolated. It's got an official vid to it. Let's give them a spin. Can actually crank this one up a little bit. Yeah. Great bass tone in the mix. You can hear it cutting through the thick guitars. There it is. Dope bass tone. I freaking love this music. I think it sounds dope. It's got a great energy to it. I love the passion and the anger and the aggression behind the vocals. I like the posse that they have in the video, all trying to look badass as hell. And the vocals that go along with it, the lyrics that go along with that as well. I think it's just dope music, man. You can get down to it, you can mosh out hard to it. It's just thick and chunky. Sick bass tone in this one, which really made a difference to the mix. Gave it that low end grizzle and grind, an extra power in the low end, which just makes this music hit you even harder and have more power to it. Sick. What a dope band. I'm not sure these guys from the UK. No, Quebec City, so another great Canadian band, but I thought I heard some British accents in there. The next band we're going to check out is called Reduction. Their track is called PRST. This is featuring Hanz from Whatever It Takes. And these bands do kind of seem to like that, have guest vocalists and stuff in the music. Cool. This one's pretty short, 1 minute 48. Let's give it a spin.
Ich bin der Teufel. Und ich fick deine ganze
Turn this one back down. This is loud.
Du drehst den Rücken und frisst für sie Gift. Kommst drauf an, verbissen sie sich. Sie können was klären, doch klären tun sie nichts. Ein Parasit, das sich durch dich frisst. Kommst du voran, halten sie dich fest. Von Leid getrieben, von Angst geplagt. You've always lost the breath, will never reach this. Another game, running scared from the basement to the guys. And you shoot to kill, the chance has been gone. You're the parasite that you are. The rest of other bitches in the club. They are the parasite that you are. They have no other bitches in the club.
Heavy.
Wenn der Mond sich schaufelt ein Grab. Freunde werden Feinde und nur wegen Leid. Stecke Klingen in den Hals, denn ich bin bereit.
Great kick sound on the drum kit. Really adds a lot of power. Yeah. Sick. I like the mix on this one a little bit more just because it was so loud and powerful, and it was a shame that we did have to turn Guerre up a little bit because this music is all about the power as far as I'm concerned, and when your music's nice and loud, it just comes across the ear with that more power. So these guys had a nice mix on them, a great bass drum sound on this one, because when it came in, it just had a real dugga. It really drove the music and just gave that extra low-end power to the music. And really, as much low-end power as you can get in this kind of music, the better. Sick. Great band. The next two bands are a bit more deathcore-y or deathcore beatdown, so let's check these guys out as well. But as I say, if you like hardcore beatdown, I don't know how you don't like deathcore beatdown as well, because they're very, very similar. This is Weapon of Choice. The track is called Weapon of Choice as well. Let's give it a spin. Hear that rumbling bass again. This is one of the kind of musics where you can hear all the members of the band, all the different elements come together. Just feels so great to mosh along to this kind of music. It's got such a great beat to it. Dope one. Massive drums in this one, which again, just to add to that power that the music can have. But as I was saying, this is the kind of music that you do get to hear all the members of the band still. They always make sure that the bass cuts through nicely. You can hear it in the mix doing its thing. Guitar tones are always ridiculously fat and chunky, right up in your ears, loud and powerful. And just that aggressive, ganging vocal, which I just love. It's got a hype to it. It's just kind of nasty. Dope. I think this music is so dope. The last band we're going to check out today is from Wichita. This is Reality Grip. The track is called Tyrant with an official vid. Let's finish off with these guys.
Violence is the law of the land.
No messing about in this music as well, just get straight into it. Yeah.
There's no light at the end of this tunnel. Everything is a road.
Again, you can hear that bass grinding away in the low end. That's all the bands today that you've heard that bass. It's got such a dope tone to it as well. Nice atmospheric edge to it as well. Cool vocal effects.
Capable of great violence. You're not peaceful. You're just weak. This is no way.
Here we go. Yeah. Such a dope bass tone in this one.
Violence is a law of the fucking
Yeah. Dope one. Love the breakdowns in this one. Just when you think they couldn't break it down anymore, they do. Sick. Loved it. The bass tone in that track was so amazingly dope. You could hear it every single second of this track. Had an amazing tone to it. Grizzle and grind cut through the guitars. Had a lowness to it as well. Because the grizzle was quite a lot of the mids of the bass. It just really drove the low end of the track. Super nice. And that's been the case for every single band that we've had on today. And I'm going to give the whole video to the basses today because the basses have made a difference in this music today. You've heard them in the mix. They make the chug. They make the breakdowns that much heavier. We've broken down to just the bass, which I absolutely love in any kind of music, but particularly this kind of music as well, because it just makes you curl your top lip and you just go, yeah. I'm ready for the breakdown, because it just lines you up, gets you ready for it, man. This music is so dope. It's got such a great energy. It's super thick and chunky on the ears, big punchy drums. That second band had amazing double bass sound, which is something I would kind of recommend to all the bands today, because when that double bass comes in, and when it came in on the second track, it just sounded so dope. It just really added a power. And I think the more you can crank up all the elements of this music, have big punchy drums, massive washy cymbals, get that great bass guitar tone you can always hear in the mix, those super thick, chunky, fuzzy guitars, and then just let some dude scream shout his lungs over the top of it, but crank them up nice and loud so the music hits you like an absolute ton of bricks, because that's what these bands are setting out to do with their sound. You can see it in the videos as well. They want to get violent with this kind of music, pummel and punch you down with the sound, and that's how they're kind of releasing this emotion from their body, better than doing it to someone in real life. Very cool. And yeah, the sound wants to come across with the same kind of power and aggression. So crank it up nice and loud, guys, when you're making this kind of music. The louder the better, because it's just going to hit the listener with even more power. Sick! Hope you've enjoyed that today, guys. Hope you're having a good weekend and all that jazz. I might take a day off tomorrow and just have a chill one. We'll be back to Monday, definitely, with a Monday grind. So hit the subscribe button if you want to check out underground heavy bands every single day. If you want to get your band on this channel, head over to the website. All the links are in the description. Hope you have a good one, guys. We'll see you around. Bye.